Good morning, everyone. Greetings from LCIT Group of Institutions. I, Mr. Abhinav Paul, the Administrative Officer of LCIT Group, would like to welcome everyone who's watching us on Facebook Live. We shall be waiting for 2 minutes because that is the custom of going live. That is to wait for our audience to log in or meet us. So we shall be waiting for only 1 minute so that as soon as people see us going live, people will join us. Once again, I greet all of you a very happy Teachers' Day. Teachers' Day means a lot to us, and we are glad that we have been able to be connected with you all on this day. It is our culture and it is our custom to give reverence. So, without much ado, we would like to start with the Teachers' Day celebration. On behalf of LCIT Group of Institution, I would like to welcome everyone on board. Especially, I want to welcome our director, Dr. Piyush Kant Pandey sir, who shall be there for us, who shall be addressing us and blessing us with his words of wisdom.
वो हो सकता है ये खराब हो गया हेडफोन बदल दे खराब हो गया हेडफोन बदल दे
जो मेरे टेबल वाला ले आओ जो मेरे पे पिक लगाए जल्दी
ठीक है चल तो रहा है यहाँ भी लाइव सेशन
So, thank you, friends, for joining us on Facebook. As our custom goes, we would like to start the event by welcoming the light of the knowledge. We would like to start with the lighting of the lamp. And now I would request the dignitaries of LCIT Group to light the lamp and welcome the knowledge and the light of knowledge and wisdom amidst us by doing the Saraswati Vandana. I would request our chairman, Shri Pramod Jain sir, Madam Savita Jain ma'am, Vice Chairman Shri Ankit Jain sir, and Secretary Mr. M.K. Agarwal sir to kindly do the lighting of the lamp. Well, India celebrates Teachers' Day every year for students across the country on 5th of September. Though the International Teachers' Day arrives on 5th of October, but India celebrates it on 5th of September to mark the birth anniversary of the India's first Vice President and the second President of India, Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. My dear friends, good people live a great life, but great people leave a legacy behind. And that's what Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan has done. He has left a legacy behind in which we celebrate and venerate and give respect to our teachers. We remember them for the great deeds that they have done, for the great thoughts that they have sown into our lives. So I would now request a small clipping to be played through which all the dignitaries of LCIT group would like to welcome, would like to greet all the teachers of LCIT group and of the teaching fraternity a very happy Teachers Day. I would request the team to kindly play the video. Thank you very much, team, for this lovely video. And I hope the greetings extended from all the heads of the institution must have gone to the teachers who have toiled, who have revolutionized themselves and have transformed into a new technology era teachers as well with the new normal. My dear friends, what could be the best gift? Not a materialistic thing, but something that can actually be called as the greatest gift is the words of wisdom. और हमारे पास में एक ऐसे इंडिविजुअल हैं जिनका एक्सपीरियंस और जिनके thoughts are so scraping and so tall that it would definitely benefit each and every one of us. The best and the new addition to LCIT group of institution, the man with the vast experience, Dr. Piyush Kant Pandey sir, a respected director sir. And now, without much ado, I would like to ask our respected director sir to kindly address us with his words of wisdom, encourage us, motivate us, show us the light so that we shall not travel to the light, but ourselves become the light in the darkness. I hand it over to Dr. Piyush Kant Pandey sir. Sir.
Good morning to everybody. It's really a great matter of pleasure for me to be meeting all of you, of course, in the online mode this time. But it is a very auspicious day today. And on this day, I first of all greet all the students, all the teachers, all the staff on this a wonderful day. That is the Teachers' Day. This is a day in which I always feel and always strongly believe that teachers are the one who have changed the history. It is the teachers who have changed the lives of the people. It is the teachers who is the, in fact, I must say, the overall, we can say, history maker of the world. You all will remember who was Valmiki. Valmiki was a dacoit. But when he met a teacher who told him that what you're doing is not correct, or what you're doing is only bringing the curse to you, he became changed person. And just one thought from the teacher changed the Valmiki, and he became one of the best celebrated, we can say, the person in our history who wrote the wonderful epic like Ramayana. Who Dronacharya, who was the person who had been able to establish the empire of India, not only in India, not only in Asia, rather it was a world empire. Who can also forget Chanakya? Chanakya was the person who can make a simple boy, street boy, Chandragupta, to convert into one of the most illustrious ruler of the world. These are the some of the few names who come to me from our historical ancient times. Then come to the modern times. How can we ever forget the people like, first of all, I'll begin with Madan Mohan Malviya, who was one of the most celebrated teacher who could give us one of the best institution, that is Banaras Hindu University. Who can forget our own Rabindranath Tagore, who was one of the best teacher, who wrote one of the best poems in the world. He got his Nobel Prize also, the only person from India who got a Nobel Prize in literature, and also one of the best person to have established the institution like Shanti Niketan. Then we have the teachers like Vivekanand, who could, make the world, the India who was suffering from the almost because under the subjugation of the various foreign powers, India had become almost so desperate, so it had become started feeling itself worthless. But it was the Vivekananda only who created the awareness among the people, awareness among the youth, and in fact, I always say that it was the Vivekananda who brought the freedom to India was achieved due to Vivekananda only. Then, who can also forget the people, for example, in our recent times, the teacher like Abdul Kalam. I always celebrate him that way, always revere him that way, that he was a person who started from abject poverty. From abject poverty, from a remote village, the person could rise based upon his hard work, based upon he had a great teacher who made him to convert into a diamond which India have ever produced. And he not only became one of the celebrated scientists, a celebrated engineer, he became the DRDO's chief, and in fact, the entire our nation's progress, our defense technology, our superiority today, which we are having today, this all credit goes to the Abdul Kalam. But behind Abdul Kalam, it was his teacher. So everywhere you will find it is the teachers only, and our own Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. He was the person, I must tell you all, that who gave the meaning to the Indian literature and first of all Indian philosophy. Otherwise, India was considered as a country which was by foreign powers, by particularly the British and other people. They used to feel that India is a country of the cows and the people who ignorant people. But he made it very clear that Indian knowledge, Indian philosophy is far superior to anybody in the world, to any other culture in the world. This was I must say, the credit, the contribution of Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan. Apart from his contribution as one of the best teacher. In fact, whenever he spoke, he used to speak on one day in a particular open forum. And on that day, there you could find not a single seat in the auditorium whenever Dr. Sarvapalli Radhakrishnan spoke. So that was the credit of Dr. Krishnan. And today, when we are passing through this pandemic, when we're passing through this very, one of the very difficult time in our history, I feel that after 1989, 1918 and 19, when we had a Spanish flu, which had our country, or rather the whole world had faced, after that, after 100 years, now another pandemic has affected us. And you all know that, in fact, the new normal we are saying right now, but in fact, we do not know how long this problem will continue, when it will be solved, and everywhere we can say the death, the desperation, the problems are there. But I always strongly believe that, in fact, in the destruction only, there are the roots of the construction. From any loss only, some new thing will be coming out. So therefore, the challenges which are ahead to us are very bigger. They are very daunting. I don't doubt that. And as I told you, a century ago, the similar kind of thing had happened. But from the ashes of that Spanish flu in 1918-19, a new world order had emerged. A new world had emerged, in which the old powers had been thrown out, and the new powers, the new technology, the new development had taken place. In fact, so much development had taken place at that time that we had reaped the benefit of those technological benefits, the health benefits, and all those things we had been enjoying till this 100 years. But in these 100 years, we had also made many mistakes. And one of the reasons for today's, our modern problem or today's problem is our disregard for the, I always say, for the nature and for the respect for the whole ecological order. And it is in that our quest for the too much development, too much resource utilization, we have landed into a problem where now the existence of the human life is in trouble. And we are also, particularly for education field, if I'll say, that we teachers, we like the face-to-face interaction with our student. We want to support our student. We want to help them to grow, to realize their potential, which is innate in every being. That is my firm belief. That is the role of we teachers. And we need to do this duty to the best possible effort. As I told you, it was the Chandragupta never had a belief. He had never thought that he'll become the ruler of the world, or rather one of the greatest nation in the world. For that matter, Shivaji was a very ordinary boy. It was his, I must always say that it was his mother and his teacher, that is Dadaji Kondadev. These two people turned his life and converted Shivaji into one of the most celebrated, we can say, fighter for the nation, and one of the most person with whom we can identify ourselves. So these are the effects of the teacher. And today in pandemic, when we are suffering from this kind of particular problem, when we are not able to years, I feel that the next 10 years, that is from 2020 to 2030, is going to be one of the most fastest developing time. And in fact, till now, for example, America was ruling the world. The China was one of the very important superpower. The Russia was, of course, still today is considered as a power. But I feel that this pandemic is going to change everything. We are going to see an emergence of new world order in which new economies, new nations would be playing their role. And in this particular time, what is required from we teachers and from our students? That is a very important point which I would like to discuss with all of you. And one of the most important point which I will say is that, in fact, these 10 years are going to the years of your skill and startup. Because you all know that now China is all like China, who had become one of the ruler of the world as far as the why China became superpower. It became superpower based upon its production technology, based upon its say mass production capability which it could gather. And you know that Indian engineering, I always feel that as far as we are a institution where we have engineering is there, pharmacy is there, law is there, commerce, science, in fact, every branch of studies over here. New education policy of the government of India says that we should have multidisciplinary campuses. I'm very happy to share and in fact to tell all of you that we already have such a campus available over here where we are having all these subjects over available being taught in our institution. We have the good teachers, one of the best teachers are available over here. We have the good infrastructure over here. Now what is required? We need the best student. And how the best student can come up? Every student, in fact, both teachers and student need to decide that they need to become the best. It is only you. Remember, nobody stops us. Nobody stops us from becoming the best. It is only we who are either afraid, who are either having doubts on our own self, who are having the, you can say, we feel that, nee, yaar, it is not up to me. Let us see, I'm an ordinary person. I should not strive so much. And I'm happy with whatever I'm having. That attitude is not going to take us anywhere. We can become the best only by, first of all, having belief in ourselves that we are the best creation of the world and we can do the best. This first firm belief, which I would like to believe all my students and all our teachers to first of all have a belief that you are the best. And even if even today the world is not recognizing you, but by your work and by your dedication, you can become the best. And how you can become the best? In fact, it is not that everyone can become a rocket scientist or everyone will go to a war and kill the Pakistan or China. No. What is this that? What is whatever the role which we are having? In that role, we need to dedicate ourselves the best. And in that role, nobody should be doing better than us. That is our responsibility. And for that, I'm saying that each of us, we need to have the modern skills. That whatever is required in modern world, as I told you, year 2020 to 2030, I are going to the very crucial year in which Make in India movement is going on. From global to the local manufacturing is coming. And in fact, when this is coming, even right now, in fact, in the morning only, you must have heard the news that Japan is now offering support to all its industries to relocate back to India. And they are offering support to them. Now you understand that when such a large amount of like whatever China was doing, now it can be replaced by India. It's a good, very good thinking. But for doing so, we require a large amount of preparation as far as our capabilities are concerned. We need to have the raw material, but only raw material is not nothing. Remember that India, our own Chhattisgarh, I must say, is having one of the best quality iron ore in the world. And we export that iron ore, simply we dig it up and transport it, and it goes to the Japan. And Japan is a country, you all will be surprised, that is having absolutely no raw material. It imports the iron ore from India, limestone from Malaysia, it imports coal from Australia, everything is imported. But the best quality steel in the world is produced by Japan. The same is with Switzerland. You all might be knowing the country which produces the best watches and the best fine machinery in the world is having absolutely no steel factory. So what is very important is that now only raw material supplier being a primitive stage worker is not going to help us. We need to have the value addition. And for value addition, as I told you, 2030 will require a lot of skill in all our students. Whether it is a commerce student, whether it is a science student, whether it is an engineering student, whether of any branch of study, we need to have the best capability of that particular subject. And I always feel that very soon we are going to see a huge number of startup comings in the country and also in our own Chhattisgarh. Particularly for the students and for teachers, I'd like to tell you that very soon there is a business innovation center, incubation center is coming up in our own Bilaspur city. What is the challenge is that now that all of us should understand that this 10 years, this decade of 2020 to 2030 is going to the decade of startup. The startup means it is only you will be starting like having the regular jobs like 9 to 5 jobs which our parents or even some of us have had some for this long time. It may no longer be there. And in fact, what is required now that the MNCs or the government would be depending more and more, and they'll be outsourcing the activities to the various startups. And there'll be functional startups will be there, which will providing the various services, various products, and other things. You all can understand today the Paytm is our own way we can say startup, where it is there, where is the Byju's today, where is Una Academy is there, where is the, in fact, various startups are there which have become very, very successful. So I feel that we require more knowledgeable workers. We require more knowledgeable students who can contribute to the task of a nation building by working very successfully in the, let's say, these kind of startups. And I feel that our student also, our teachers also, instead of making only ordinary, we can say clerk or ordinary workers of a factory, or we can say the people who will be 9 to 5 jobs, let us, instead of person searching for the job, let us become the person who can give the job. And for that, you require various kind of skills. So what is very required, very important is that all our teachers and all our students should adopt the technology first of all. You should be very proficient in the technology use. You should upskill yourself. And in fact, upskilling is continuously required. In modern, today's time, learning one skill is not enough. Every day you have to keep yourself up and up. Therefore, then only you can shine. You know that even the best quality diamond cannot become a diamond unless it is cut. Only by cutting only it loses the useless part, and only by grinding it becomes the diamond. The same is with us also, that all our students and teachers, you need to work very hard. You cannot now say that ordinary working is enough, pro-sakarli and all that. No, nothing. Now let us try to become the best in your studies and dedicate yourself. And for that, the teachers and students both should follow very strict measures in their studies. They should do continuously, as assignment should be given. I feel that our students, to make them very knowledgeable and skilled one, it is required that you should be undergoing a constant upgradation of your knowledge. And knowledge can be tested only by your assessment. So regular assessment should be given by our teachers, and those assessment, for example, I have been promoting that we should have all our teaching by all our staff in a learning management system, in which the lecture should be uploaded, the assignment should be there, and those assignments and lectures should be regularly taken, and the students should be granted the sessional marks. They should be granted the benefits based upon their work. And in fact, as I told you, that there is no dearth of the job. I must tell you that people who will say that engineering ka koi future nahi hai and all that, it's all lie. Rather, I must say engineering is in the time where the maximum requirement is there, maximum opportunities is going to come within 1 or 2 years. And let all the students and the teachers of any branch, irrespective of your subject of study, be very prepared that only the best can survive in this 10 years. And to become the best in your subject, as I told you, you have the skill. Whatever skill is there, you adopt it. You make yourself the perfect. Let your communication skill should be good. Let your personality development should be there. Let your subject knowledge should be good. And then each one of you can reach to the pinnacle of the success in your life. And I always say, success sabhi ke liye bani hui hai. Success sabhi ko mil sakti hai, provided you are going for it. Simply by sitting and simply by not working hard, you can never reach anywhere. So what it requires that we require a dedicated effort from all of us. So that is my blessings, that is my exhortation, to all of the teachers and students that let us be the best in our profession, in our functioning. So thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Director Sir, for your words of wisdom. Sir, your exhortation has not only let us know that it's the man who is the teacher, but the situations in life as well as the circumstances are a great teacher. Thank you very much, Dr. Piyush Kantpande, sir, for your encouraging words. And I'm sure, sir, that the country and the youth, by the help and motivation of teachers, will progress ahead. And I believe all the principals who are joined with us, Dr. Archana Shukla, Dr. Shruti Rathore ma'am, and Mr. Rajesh Srivastava sir, shall be working hand in hand with this dream of making our nation greater and better, sir, with you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your address, sir. Now, let's get to see what is the impact of a teacher in life of man with a very short video. We do not take the credit of the video. This is from YouTube, DM Movies. And let's watch this video, which tells us the impact of a teacher in life of a student. Let's have a look at it.
Thank you, sir.
Congratulations.
टीचर की एक आदत होती है भूल जाने की। कभी चश्मा भूल जाते हैं तो कभी घड़ी, कभी भूल जाते हैं दोपहर का खाना, क्लास कब खत्म हो गया ये भी भूल जाते हैं। देर रात को किसी स्टूडेंट ने अचानक फोन किया कुछ पूछने के लिए तो भूल जाते हैं अभी सोने का वक्त है। भूल जाते हैं कब किसको डांटा था, कब किसने उनकी क्लास में कौन सी शरारत की थी, किस नाम से बुलाते थे उनको। टीचर भूल जाते हैं किसका क्या धर्म था, छोटा या बड़ा घर था, कौन झोपड़ी में रहता था, कौन महल में। टीचर को बस एक स्टूडेंट याद रहता है सारी जिंदगी, और हम स्टूडेंट्स आपको कभी नहीं भूलते हैं टीचर। हैप्पी टीचर्स डे।
Well, we give complete credit of this film to DM Films, who have helped us in making, in putting this on YouTube, and we wanted to share it because this tells the impact of a teacher and the noble heart that teachers have. It also inspires we teachers to have a heart of equality, and let's continue the noble work that we do. It gives us a great joy when we are greeted and welcomed by our alumni as well. And I'm glad that one of a very talented product of LCIT group of institutions, Mr. Shubhank Verma, is there with us. And he was not only a good student, a nice engineer, but he was also a very talented artist and is well known as not only the voice of Korba, but now more so, he is known as the voice of Chhattisgarh. With his lovely songs, he has made the Chhattisgarhi language as well as the Hindi songs go from our beautiful land to the whole across the nation as well as to the world. So now I would request Shubhang Verma to kindly come live with us and uh, just cheer us and make us glad with his lovely song that he has for us. Shubhang Verma. You join करता होगा. I think there's some trouble. Yeah, Shubhank has joined us. So, Shubhank, over to you. Shubhank, your mic is mute. Shubhank, I'm sorry, your mic is mute. Yeah. It's still mute, Shubhank. Shubhank, I'm sorry, we are not able to get you right now. Shubhank, your mic is mute. Shubhank, I'm sorry, your mic is mute. Yeah. It's still mute, Shubhank. Shubhank, I believe there's some sort of a problem because of which we are not able to hear you. So I would request you to reconnect, and by the time you reconnect with us, I would request Abdul to come up with his poem, and I would request you to reconnect once again with us so that we could hear you better. Please. सो अब मैं रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहूँगा हमारे कॉलेज के कॉमर्स एंड साइंस के जो स्टूडेंट हैं अब्दुल से कि वे आए और आकर के खूबसूरत कविता जो उन्होंने टीचर्स डे के विषय में लिखी है उसे हमें पढ़ के सुनाए.
गुड मॉर्निंग एवरीवन, माय नेम इज़ अब्दुल रज़ाक. तो आज इस मौके पे सबसे पहले सभी जो भी यहाँ मौजूद है, जो देख रहे हैं और जो टीचर हैं, हर कोई टीचर है, हर कोई किसी न किसी को कुछ न कुछ सिखाता है. तो मैं सबको हैप्पी टीचर्स डे कहूँगा. और टीचर्स डे के लिए मैंने एक पोयम और कविता लिखी है, एक नज़्म है छोटी सी. तो उसको मैंने 2 हिस्सों में डिवाइड किया है. तो मैं पहले हिस्से में ये बताऊँगा कि उस्ताद किसे कहते हैं. उस्ताद किसे कहते हैं? वो जो ज़िंदगी गुजारने का तरीका सिखाए, वो जो ज़िंदगी गुजारने का तरीका सिखाता है, वो जो हमारे अंदर इल्म का समुंदर फैलाता है, हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. वो जो सख्त हैं ज़ाहिरी तौर पर, वो जो सख्त हैं ज़ाहिरी तौर पर, वो जो अंदर से बहुत मेहरबान होते हैं, हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. वो जो हमें तहज़ीब और तमीज़ करना सिखाते हैं, वो जो हमें तहज़ीब और तमीज़ करना सिखाते हैं, वो जो ठोकर लगे हौसला बढ़ाते हैं, हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. वो जो इल्म की शमा को जलाने में उम्र बिता देते हैं, वो जो इल्म की शमा को जलाने में उम्र बिता देते हैं, आओ सब खड़े होकर उनको सलाम करते हैं, हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. हम उन्हें उस्ताद कहते हैं. तो ये पहला पार्ट था उसका. दूसरा पार्ट में टीचर्स की इम्पोर्टेंस बताना चाहूँगा. टीचर्स, अध्यापक, शिक्षक, उस्ताद, कुछ भी कहो, बस भाषा का फ़र्क है. तो वो कुछ इस तरह है कि ये कामयाबियाँ, ये इज़्ज़त, ये नाम तुमसे है. ये कामयाबियाँ, ये इज़्ज़त, ये नाम तुमसे है. खुदा से जो भी मिला, खुदा से जो भी मिला, जो भी नाम तुमसे है। उस्ताद उस्ताद हो मुझे, उस्ताद हो मेरे, इस पर मुझे मलाल थोड़ी है। मुल्क का मुस्तकबिल संवारना कोई छोटा काम थोड़ी है। बस उस्ताद ही फ़िक्रमंद है सबके उरूज के लिए। बस उस्ताद ही फ़िक्रमंद है सबके उरूज के लिए। यहाँ किसी को किसी का ख़याल थोड़ी है। मज़ा तो तब आता है किसी ख़ाक को उठा के मुनव्वर कर दो। मज़ा तो तब आता है किसी ख़ाक को उठा के मुनव्वर कर दो। ख़ुद को सिर्फ़ रोशन करना कोई कमाल थोड़ी है। और ये ज़रा गौर करिएगा कि मिटाना पड़ता है ख़ुद को कौम की तरक्की के लिए। मिटाना मिटाना पड़ता है खुद को कौम की तरक्की के लिए। ये काम कोई मामूली काम थोड़ी है। तो इसके साथ मैं अपना नज़्म ख़त्म करूँगा और आखिरी में एक अल्लामा इकबाल का एक शेर है जो कि बहुत बहुत अच्छा शेर है और इससे मैं ख़त्म करना चाहूँगा कि हमारी दर्सगाह के जो ये उस्ताद होते हैं हकीकत में वही कौम की बुनियाद होते हैं। बरसते हैं बरसते हैं बारिश की तरह ज़मीनों पर। इन्हीं की फैज़ से उजड़े चमन आबाद होते हैं। एक बार बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आप सभी का जिन्होंने ये नज़्म सुनी। और एक और बार मैं सभी टीचर्स को, सब बच्चों की तरफ से और LCIT कॉलेज कॉमर्स एंड साइंस के जितने भी स्टूडेंट्स हैं सब की तरफ से हैप्पी टीचर्स डे। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू वेरी मच अब्दुल, आपकी खूबसूरत शायरी के लिए और साथ ही साथ उस पोयम के लिए जो आपने हमारे लिए प्रेजेंट की। और आई होप हमारे सभी श्रोताओं ने इसे बहुत पसंद किया होगा। और इन खूबसूरत अल्फाजों के लिए धन्यवाद जो ना सिर्फ हमारी शख्सियत को बुलंद करते हैं बट हमारी भावनाओं को भी बहुत हमें भावुक करने के साथ साथ हमें एक नए जज्बे से भी भरते हैं। उस खूबसूरत आवाज की ओर वापस चलते हैं जो कि शुभांग की है। और आशा करता हूं कि अब हम बेहतर रीति से कनेक्ट हो गए होंगे। तो शुभांग वर्मा जो हमारे साथ कोरबा से जुड़े हुए हैं उनसे अनुरोध करता हूं कि अब वो लाइव। शुभांग, ओवर टू यू।
You can hear me or not? सर सर मेरी आवाज आ रही है? हेलो।
Yes, Shubhank, we can hear you.
Yes sir, thank you sir. A very good morning to respected director sir, principal sir and all the respected teachers of LCIT. First of all, a very happy Teachers Day to my lovable teachers. It's my honor to be a part of this Teachers Day celebration. I have no words to thank the teachers of LCIT for their contribution in my academics life. Thank you so much, teachers. I want to dedicate first of all two lines to all the respected teachers. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, गुरुर्देव महेश्वरा, गुरुर साक्षात् परब्रह्मा, तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। एक बार फिर से सभी को हैप्पी टीचर्स डे। सभी टीचर्स को जो भी LCIT में जिन्होंने हमें पढ़ाया है और जिन्होंने हमें नहीं पढ़ाया है उनको भी हैप्पी टीचर्स डे। मैं सबसे पहले स्पेशल थैंक्स करना चाहूंगा शुभी मैम का, शुक्ला मैम का, अभिनव सर का, जिन्होंने ये चांस दिया मुझे कि मैं आप सबसे जुड़ सकूं। एक छोटा सा सॉन्ग आप सबको डेडिकेट करना चाहूंगा और इस सॉन्ग में ये जरूर बताऊंगा कि लाइफ में कभी भी इंसान को हार नहीं मानना चाहिए, चाहे कितनी भी बुरी कंडीशन हो या अच्छी कंडीशन हो। अच्छी कंडीशन में तो हार इंसान मानता नहीं है, पर बुरी कंडीशन में जल्दी हार जाता है। तो इंसान को कभी भी हार नहीं मानना चाहिए। तो आपके सामने छोटा सा एक सॉन्ग प्रस्तुत कर रहा हूं। धुम तो ना धरे नाना धरे नाना धुम तो ना धरे नाना धरे नाना राह पे कांटे बिखर गए उस पर तो फिर भी चलना ही है सांझ छुपा ले सूरज मगर रात को एक दिन ढलना ही है मिलाएगी सुबह फिर आएगी हो ये हौसला कैसे झुके ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके मुश्किल तो क्या धुंधला तो क्या तन्हाई दिल तो क्या हो ये हौसला कैसे झुके ये आरज़ू कैसे रुके। थैंक यू सो मच। और लास्टली ये बोलना चाहूंगा कि अभी जैसे कुछ देर पहले डायरेक्टर सर ने कहा कि सक्सेस इज मेड फॉर एवरीवन, तो ये बिल्कुल सच बात है कि सक्सेस इज मेड फॉर एवरीवन। बस छोटी सी चीज ये है कि हमको कभी हार नहीं माननी चाहिए और बस लगे रहना चाहिए। कभी ना कभी सक्सेस हमारे हाथ में जरूर आती है और लोगों की बात जरूर सुने, करें अपने मन की, तभी आपको सक्सेस मिल पाएगा। थैंक यू सो मच एवरीवन। हैप्पी टीचर्स डे टू एवरीवन। शुक्ला मैम, अभिनव सर, श्रुति मैम, शुभी मैम, अभिनव सर, सभी को हैप्पी टीचर्स डे। थैंक यू सो मच सर।
Thank you very much, Shubhang. Thank you for your beautiful voice. जब ये आपकी आवाज सुनते हैं, पुराने दिन याद आ जाते हैं. We feel more younger. And thank you for this talk. And thank you for patiently listening to everything that happened. एक बार फिर से सबको धन्यवाद देता हूँ जो हमारे संग जुड़े हुए थे, विशेष करके डॉक्टर पीयूष कांत पांडे सर, हमारे डायरेक्टर सर को, डॉक्टर अर्चना शुक्ला मैम, डॉक्टर श्रुति राठौर एंड मिस्टर राजेश श्रीवास्तव सर को जो हमारे संग पूरे समय बने रहे। और इसके साथ ही साथ मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूँ सभी लोगों का जो हमारे संग इस कार्यक्रम में करके शुभांग एंड अब्दुल को, जिन्होंने अपनी सॉन्ग और पोइट्री को हमारे मध्य प्रस्तुत किया। एंड विशेष धन्यवाद देता हूं कि हमारे चेयरमैन श्री प्रमोद जैन सर, वाइस चेयरमैन श्री अंकित जैन सर और साथ ही साथ में सेक्रेटरी एम.के. अग्रवाल सर का, जिन्होंने हमारे इस प्रोग्राम के लिए कंसेंट दी और अपनी ग्रीटिंग्स भेजी। थैंक यू वेरी मच वंस अगेन। एक ही प्रार्थना है, स्टे सेफ, स्टे अलर्ट